Greetings there, sunshine. Let's go over some key important things about what's going on with crypto now. All right. I ran a poll. Polls are not just for dancing on Friday nights. These polls are very interesting. To my shock, 30% of people believe in left translated cycle. Let's go draw that now, which would mean a hyper aggressive Bitcoin pump to the heavens. That's 30%, friends. Go, wee! Okay. What about the next 30%? The next 30% roughly believe in standard 4-year cycle, all right, which is probably like wee, and then like, well, okay, we peak out here, yay, and then we do like a low high and bear market, all right. 30%, it's around 20-ish%, but you guys, you are, I don't know if you're crazy or smart, probably just a peanut brain. The other third is they go, you know what? We're going to go longer than everyone expects. And that's the one no one's talking about. Let's actually go. Let's see what that means. That means probably means, friends, that we peak in December. You see how there's 3 points here? So we have left translated, standard 4-year cycle. We're going the whole way through, baby. And then this is crazy. Which ones are going to be? Now, I am scared. Why am I scared? Well, look, we've actually ran out of chocolate in the fridge. I don't know what to do, friends. Now, I have protein shake. I need a snack on something. We're running out. I got to get some of the chocolate mints, by the way. They're really nice. Now, we are at a unfortunate crossroads, but there's nothing to worry about because there's no euphoria here. When this real extreme euphoria and people are coming in and go, wait a minute, you didn't like me in the first place. You are just here for pure greed. That's when we get concerned. But right now, you can't deny it, okay? It's actually a split game. Everyone thinks 1/3 each. I have no idea what happens. I can tell you something though. Look, the stock market is roaring. The stock market is peaking beyond imagination, friends, which is right here. And this was one of our conditions, remember? Remember, friends, I gave you 30,000 reasons why I'm like, you know what? If the world ends today, we deserve it. But hey, we actually went up. So we're going to see where we finish at the end of the year. So that's actually a good part. However, on the other hand, there is the nasty inverted yield curve. Friends, do you want me to tell you something? This is actually crazy. I was always wondering, how does this conclude itself? You know, if the stock market's going up that much, you know what that means, right? It means interest rates are too low. Which is shocking your brain right now. What do you mean they're too low? We need them to cut. No, they're too low. They printed way too much money. And you have AI and other things going in the economy. And look, friends, one of my this is a very, very unique prophecy type of topic we explored a year ago. It was, look, the market, humans, right? You're a human, I'm a human, and squirrels too. We learned from the zombie virus. We had such a shock, it made us put the guard up. And they go, well, you know what? I can't trust the government for anything. I really got to be careful about how I spend my money. There could be a world zombie virus that comes tomorrow. This type of mentality in people's brains, it's healthy. It helps you adapt faster and stronger. So my theory was, since we had a zombie virus, the next time we had a recession, it would be shorter than everyone thinks. So effectively, zombie virus was half a recession, and then the next recession is half a recession. But they're actually bips along the way. That's kind of how I saw it. Now, if, friends, the yield curve is actually telling the truth, which is what it is, something bad's coming. You just don't know when. Traditionally, okay, if we start going up and they start cutting rates, it's game over. But who's to say, man, what if they have to hike rates again? And then this thing happens. Oh, that'd be crazy. Can you imagine that happens? No one's thinking about that. Hey, what a scenario that would be. And imagine they cut rates in June and then inflation ticks down once, but then the next inflation data, it starts going up again. And oh my God, now we got to reverse the rates. Or they just say, hey, we're just going to have to accept 4% inflation. Okay. Now, you don't worry about how all these mechanics and everything works because we're not here for macro, here for crypto. And let me tell you something. all of that gets summarized in people's emotions coming into crypto. Friends, I'm telling you right now, there's no obfuscation of this. It's literally, okay, Euphoria's here, sweet. Poop's about to hit the fan when we're all done. We know that. Oh, depression's here? Okay, sweet. I can basically start buying and everything's going to be all right in 12 to 24 months. Right? We're right now in that limbo mode. We had the earliest 10% of people, us believers, got in. Now they're in the next 30%. These are the people who go, you know what? The industry's not going to zero. Let me get in to front run the next wave. They're trying to front run the final 60% who are basically the Coinbase customer exit liquidity. Sorry. I mean, someone's going to have to buy the top. You guys pointed the finger at all of us for a long time, and now they're probably going to come in and make the worst decision of their life. I hope you don't do any leverage, so at least you can make it all the way back. Now, if we go back to the 4-year cycle, friends, it's such a peculiar type of thing to think about. Left, 4-year, or right translated. That's crazy. That is, okay, I got no idea what's going to happen, but we're just going to have to use the indicators. Indicators, X factor indicators, Euphoria, because the market's going to speak to us when it thinks it's too high. And let me tell you something, friends. Let me tell you something. I had this, you won't believe me, I had this scenario in 2019. 2019, friends. Look all the way here. And what's my scenario talking about? I believed that when Bitcoin got to 100K the first time, all right, when Bitcoin got to 100K the first time, it would stop around there and then retail would get out. And it would actually be a trap, and then it would go bursted, and they'd go buy the top. If that happens this year, just be watch out for that, because I know it's funny. Like, wait a minute, didn't you believe Bitcoin 80K? Yes, we were ready for low returns, ready for them. See, friends, I'm telling you, markets are a moving target. They're a moving target. There's no formula. It's like, wait a minute, but you said this and you said that. I know, man. I know. It's a moving target. If you have an idea and no one sees it coming, it's good. If you have an idea and no one sees it coming, and then people start seeing it come, and then more people start seeing it come, and then everybody prices it in, you go, oh, crap. I guess it's not that juicy to be of this opinion anymore, right? That's markets, man. That's markets. That's why, friends, it's really hard to constantly outperform the market. It really is difficult. I'm here 18 hours a day, man, by the way. Like what happens if we slipped it down from 18 hours to like 15 hours? Do we like lose our complete edge? That's tough. So I've given you the synopsis, right, of markets, crypto. How everyone thinks, yeah, I know it sucks. It's kind of like, wait, we're a third each. Yes, everyone's actually expecting a third each, but we're ready, man. We're ready. If market wants to give us a blow-off end of the year, it is of my belief. And what's blow-off mean? Like, bust 100K. Don't stop at 90 and then stop here. Bust 100K, go to 150 or 180. Unfortunately, after that, I think nuclear winter, and I really mean a nuclear winter. 2 years. Don't even buy until November 2026. Forget 2025. That's pretty much what it would be. You might have a residual fake pump at the end of 2025. We just buy it for like a bear market low or high. But yeah, just be careful. So that's if that happens. But friends, I'm telling you right now, the 4-year cycle, once again, it seems like everyone's given up on it. Look, I've got to tell you something, friends. Shout out to Spencer, that other guy, and then that other guy. He's the one with the striped shirt. The other guy with shaved hair, another guy who wears brown leather shoes. All of you guys. Friends, I was just listening in, and these guys, I couldn't believe it. Like, here I am literally wearing a Pokemon hat. Okay, I haven't shaved, my gosh, in a long time. I can't remember. Now, look, I was basically eavesdropping, okay, using my little squirrel ears in the tree, and I'm hearing, I wonder what these guys are talking about, and I'm just hearing different people. I love hearing people discuss with their own, like, you know, back and forth, how they think about where the cycle is going to be. And to my shock, every single person was like, this bull market's ending early. Everyone. Every single person. And they invest with that mindset. They invest with, like, they go, well, I don't want to be locked up in coins and stuff for like more than 10 months because it's pretty much game over at that point anyway. Yeah, it's pretty much over. End of this year, max, it's done. And I'm thinking, interesting. They're all thinking the same way. Guess what? Friends, I used to think, remember, you were here the whole way. We're like, yes, okay, short on the bull market, short and ferocious. All of last year. I'm like, wait a minute, now you're all in it. Where does that leave us? I know there's no perfect answer, but you got to be ready every step of the way. Which ones are going to be? So it would be nice if Bitcoin maybe stops around here, maybe keeps going a bit. Who knows? And then like jitters around. It would be nice to do that. Just because, look, the best thing for us is if we truly do get that perfect synchronous 4 out of 4 times where the time to sell altcoins is April 2025. That will be perfect opportunity for us. Completely disregarding where Bitcoin's USD price or anything else is. That's what we're just waiting to see. But until that moment, I want to clear that picture up for you to let you know how everyone else is thinking and what they're doing. Because this is actually, this is the actually high interdimensional type of edges you need in crypto. You got to always know, not just crypto, macro, and everything else as well. So whether we think it's left 4 year or extended, okay, which no one thinks extended. No one. Here's a crazy part there, friends. I want to believe in extended. However, you know, but once we hit the 4 year mark, everyone will say, oh, it's extended now. And that's probably the end. And it will stop exactly at the 4 years. Okay, super cycle. You see what I mean? It's tough. It's tough, isn't it? Okay, that's crazy. See what I mean? It's not so clear and linear. I do believe, though, those indicators, keep talking about the indicators, thinking about the indicators in our minds. Okay, when they appear, we know it's game time. Don't forget, PulseX, 1 billion ICO equivalent raise back in 2021. I think we're going to see that again, and I think that number is going to be dwarfed. Look, it's going to be tough, man. I don't know why, friends. I could just feel it. Someone's going to do a $1 billion raise, and everyone's going to think it's the end. And I might say, guess what, friends? I know we sound like the biggest degenerate gamblers, but the bar's been lifted now. This is not the end. There's going to be a bigger one than this. Do you know how freaking contrarian that's going to be, friends? That will be absolutely nuts. The crowd will probably be saying, irresponsible adult. How dare you and your cute Charmander hat. To say that, you got to imagine, like, we've been going for so long, and then everyone thinks, oh man, we're definitely got to get out now. There's a $1 billion raise, and then that dips, but then actually continues up. Okay. Friends, you really got to be careful. After this Bitcoin halving crash, even if we get it, there's no more free shots anymore. Okay, this is the last shot. And I really do mean that. Last shot, last crash, where you're like, oh, sweet, you guys all believed in the green candles. Now you're all crying. It's a bull market now where we're going to recover this dip pretty fast and continue. There's one last lifeline. This is it. So if you have sideline money and stuff here and there, wait for it to come. Maybe it doesn't ever come. Who knows? Imagine these things are just done. We don't know. As long as you're allocated here and there, bless your heart. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Tell mom and dad you love them. Catch you soon.